That's good. Okay, great. So how many of you hate your job, or you know someone they hate your job? Raise your hand. How many of you know hate your job? Or you know someone who actually hated their job?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay. So I tell you, I heard a story about it actually. About 4 years ago, I really hated my job. I really hated my jobs. At that time, I was working for a real estate company. So I was working as a real estate agent and trying to get people to buy the investment property. Anyone heard about American Lendlease, Merrick? Yeah.
Yep.
So I was working for these guys and trying to, as a real story, I was trying to get people to buy the investment property. At that time, I really want to succeed because I was a young customer, joined the industry, and I got a previous sales background, so I want to be successful. But unfortunately, at that time, I really didn't believe I was staying. So I went to the company's meeting every single morning, and it looks like I was working hard. Everyone thought I was working hard, but that's outside, that's on the surface. But what's on the inside is I actually had an internal conflict. So what's an internal conflict is at that time is about 5 years ago. Before that, I referred my mom to bought one of the property from the company I was working for. And my mom told me, you're such an idiot. The property didn't grow much, and that's a bad investment. So, until I was young, I didn't know if I referred my mom to a wrong company. So I thought about it, I want to learn about the industry. So 5 years later, I joined the company and I started learning about the real estate industry and the property investment. So at the time, when I joined the company, I didn't find anything they are doing wrong. But one thing I realized is because the way they encourage the investor to do is that it doesn't really help the investor much in terms of like wealth building. So it doesn't align with what's going on and what my value is. So I was really frustrated, and I thought I wanted to succeed in industry, but I really didn't believe what I was saying. Anyone watch the movie Wolf of Wall Street? Yeah. So I was feeling like the salesperson in the Wolf of Wall Street. I really at that time I was feeling like a kind of person, like a sneaky way of salesperson trying to get people to buy the wrong things. So I was frustrated. I didn't know what to do. And so then a few months later on, because at that time my job actually is a sales commission based, so I didn't have any base salary. So if I don't sell the product, I just could not make any money. So during my job, I also work as a Uber Eats delivery guy. So I was delivering Uber Eats, and I was earning my income from that time. So unfortunately, I got a back accident. So then I just broke my arms. So I had to recover. It took me a few months to recover. And so during the time of recovery, I started thinking about it. I started really thinking about it, what I really want to do. Before that, the only thing in my mind is which job makes me most money, then I'm going to take a job. But during the time, I started thinking about it, what I love to do for long term. So I started really read a lot of personal, professional development books and trying to learn about something I call life purposes. I know it sounds woo-woo, but at the time it's quite important for me because I gotta figure out what my life direction. Otherwise, I'm gonna waste decades of my life. So anyone heard about a movie called The Secret or Law of Attraction? Yeah, cool. Okay. So I met one of the teacher from The Secret. And at that time, his name is Dr. John DeMartini. He's a human behavior specialist. He spent 4 decades of life and tried to find out what drives human being. So at that time, I was learning from him, and that's one thing I learned from him after attending his workshop. He said, if you don't do something that is aligned with who you are, all of the challenge, all of the crisis are reminders for you to live your life with purpose. When he told me that, I think it's a awakening call to me. Because I reflect all of the crisis and all of the challenge in my life and I didn't like it. I realized they are a reminder for me. I wasn't living my life on purpose. And I was not authentic enough. And I was not on a mission. So when he told me that, I thought, yeah, and I got to find what my life purpose is. But that's a really big question. I didn't know what my life purpose is. So I decided, I decided to do a coaching course and learn about who I am, what I want to do. So during that time, one thing I learned about is I read a book called Expert Secret. This book was written by a marketer, and he told me one thing. He said, everything you learn in your life, actually you can really package and to help other people to go through the same journey as you have gone through. And that really give me like a GPS, which is a map about what I want to do. Because I thought about I've done so much things in personal and professional development, especially in the area of sales and marketing. How would I just package the special knowledge I know to help someone, and like I was, and so they can, solve the problem and challenge in this business. So I decided to become a sales and marketing coach. Once I made a decision, something amazing happened. So COVID-19 come here. While a lot of people in panic, they just, they couldn't get it work. But for me, because I started a sales and marketing coach, and I get a client from Australia, from China, from Hong Kong, Malaysia, and Singapore. So I was running an online business, and at that time I feel so grateful because I made a decision to live my life on purpose. So I don't have to feel so panic during COVID-19 like many people do. So, and one thing before I finish, I just want to let you know. So, if your life, you don't live your life on purpose, you are really going to face a series of challenge and a crisis. And the challenge and the crisis, that will reminder for you to live your life on purpose. That's my speech.